We did it. We're here. After a long day of driving, we finally made it to this purple tree. Well, as you can see, we are no longer sitting inside of Illinois. We had to go back to North Carolina just to wrap a few things up with the house and get a couple things done. But it was a good little trip, and actually, I'll be honest with you, it was cold. It was really, really cold. So I'm excited about getting back to a little bit of warmth and then maybe heading someplace that is gonna continue to be warm, because my blood's not cut out for this anymore. We left in the rain about 6 o'clock in the morning. We're sitting at a rest stop just south of Indianapolis right now, just to stretch the legs, just to get a break. And we are trying to make it down to Buc-ee's for lunch, just south of Lexington, Kentucky. So hopefully we can get there in enough time to still get some brisket. And I don't know, we're hoping to make it. It's gonna be about a 9-hour day because we wanna do this in 2 days. We're gonna push it on through and see if we can get down to get back to North Carolina as quickly as possible. So let's get going. See, we made it. I never had a doubt. No worries. Yeah, I won't do that again. That was stupid. But it's one of those things where like you're 5 miles off, and I just was almost there. So, but I don't even think you're supposed to bring it down to a quarter of a tank. So I promise, I will never do that again. Scout's honor. Oh, there you are. Hey, get over here. Oh, all right. I was wondering where you went to. Kind of got lost getting everything set up. But, well, we made it here. We're in the middle of Baileyton, Tennessee, just on the way up to Bristol. It's a KOA, and it's gorgeous. It's got a lake, it's got a swimming pool. It's got this massive slide thing back here. I don't know if you can see that or not. The thing is huge. About, I'd say there's a couple hundred places here to park. It's got a really cool little bouncy house area. And you can see, oh, that's catching. Everybody's already over there hanging out and bouncing. It's got a pizza place with a really nice shop. I could definitely spend a couple days here. This is a nice place to vacation, but I got to get this rig set up. And unfortunately, we have to leave tomorrow. Man, it sucks. We're doing this wrong. Doing it wrong. Hey, Henry. Hi, buddy. All right, we survived the night here in Baileyton, Tennessee at the KOA. And I think it's important as we go to the different places, especially even just for our sake, so we remember what they were like, to show different campgrounds that actually are doing things that are really cool. And I can tell you, I will be back to this KOA. This thing is really cool. I'm saying really cool a lot, but it's because it is. Let me show you some of the things that they have here now that it's actually daylight and we can see them. So the first thing that you see is it's a tiny little swimming pool, but you know what? Hey, it is a place to get wet. Over down there, you have a stocked lake where there is fish, so it's a catch and release policy. You've got that little octagonal game thing that I've never played, but I've seen a lot of kids in there. So they've got that. Over here, now this is something I have never seen before, so check this out. So welcome to Water Wars. It's something where an opponent sits on one side and then on the other side as well. And there's this little device in the middle that shoots, I don't know if it's water or if it's balloons or something, over to the target, where if you hit it, a bunch of water falls down on top of you. And then once you're out of ammunition, now whoever I guess is the wettest is the loser. But how cool is that to have this at a KOA? Obviously it's a little bit cold right now, so nobody's in there doing the activity. But it's kind of a really neat way to spend a hot Tennessee summer. So I look forward to doing this a little bit later on when we come back next time. They have a driving range here, up to 300 yards. Looks like 3 different people can sit out here and hit balls. Now it looks like they don't have a way of actually retrieving the balls, so I'm guessing you go collect what you hit. I could be wrong on that, but I don't see any type of cart or anything out here to collect it. Now another trend that I've seen in a lot of KOA, this one is no stranger to that, is they're doing a lot of cabins on the campground. So that way if you don't have an RV or a camper, or you're traveling with somebody that doesn't have an RV or camper, you have a place for them to stay. And these cabins are really nice. They each have their own little place to kind of hang out, little porch area. They've got their own screened in porch up there. Don't have a way of getting in to see them, but they look like they're pretty comfortable. So they have this nice little pavilion where you can collectively bring your family to and hang out with a little cooking area, as long as you don't get hit by any driving range balls over there. The Bradford pears look fantastic with the backdrop of the mountains and the clouds coming over. Just really pretty. But look at this right here. This is the slide. So it's not a water slide. It is a mat slide. So you grab some mats and you come down. I don't believe it's open right now because they do want it supervised as people are using it. But this is really cool. Yeah, you can see it has these little, I don't know, like these little balls resting on top of like circles. It really sounds weird, but that's what it is. It's hard to explain. You sit down on some type of like a harder mat and just have races and fly down the hill. This is cool. I really wish we could do this. We'll go down and ask when it opens up. Maybe they might have somebody that's going to be doing it today. I think the neighbors that we had said that this is only operable on Saturdays is when they do this, because they do have to have a staff member here watching people go down. So we have a nice little playground that's sitting right here. I would say it's probably more for like the ages of, 6, 7, 8 years old and below. A little basketball hoop and a nice little volleyball area. It's kind of out of the way of everything, but they do have a canine area, or I guess a dog run. It looks like it's fairly small, but they do have an area where if you want to go and let your pet run around, it's in the back of the park over by some of the primitive cabins. So our site is a traditional pull through with just basic hookups, but you also have the option for about $20 more. You can get an actual patio area with its own grill, its own really nice fire pit. Looks like you have some Adirondack chairs. So these are available. Look really nice. Actually, if I would have known these were this nice and we were going to be staying here a couple of days, this is what I would definitely do. So okay, you got like a massive Jenga thing here, which is covered. So it's got its own covered Jenga gazebo. You can play ladders, so you've got a bunch of different stations here for ladders. You can also play boards as well, or cornhole, or bags, or whatever you want to call it. Let's go into the Crazy Italian Pizza Kitchen, which is also their main clubhouse, and see what it looks like. So a nice area just to sit up here on the porch and relax, play some Connect 4, or you can walk your way down, and it looks like they've got a gemstone and fossil panning. They have this at Fort Wilderness. I've never done it there, but look at this. Because I'm guessing, this is definitely relevant to this area, so it's kind of a cool experience. Guessing the water comes down, and I don't know if they place stones in or what they do, but looks like water just runs all the way down, and you get down here and you pan for gems. And then of course we saw this last night. This is what Ketch was having a blast at. You can come over and just hit the button and it inflates it, and then you can jump all you want to. But yeah, these are fun. I wish I was maybe a little bit lighter so I can enjoy these. So I walked over and I was talking to the owner over there at the clubhouse area. And this is family owned. It's been owned for a couple years now by the mother and father. And they've just slowly added all of these cool features on year after year. But the one thing they did say is there was only one redbud tree in the entire park. Do you know what site it was on? What do you think? Whose side is it on? It's on our side. Yeah, that's because I'm standing underneath it. So you probably should have known that just before I even said anything. This is so pretty. And we're the lucky recipients of the only redbud tree in the entire RV park. But all right, so it is time for us to go, sadly. We're going to be heading back into North Carolina. And this is it's a beautiful day out. The weather, it's in the low 50s already this morning. It's cold enough to where you can wear a sweatshirt and just walk out and still enjoy yourself. This is the weather. I love this kind of weather. So we're gonna be heading back. Pray for safe travels, and we'll hopefully see you on the next journey. Oh, my battery's almost low. I better change it. Changing the battery. Changing the battery. What do you think? Think we have a little bit of an alignment problem?